What's going on? Brad Fowler and Sean Wright, BS Show, Monday, April Fool's Edition. I fired all the realtors this morning. They're all gone.
Wait, what?
Never mind, April Fool's.
I quit.
I quit.
I figured you weren't gonna get us somehow.
I could have
How's it
got
going?
everybody. Good, Brad. How you doing?
All right.
How was your weekend?
Went well. Had a good open house, and all went good. Made it through it.
So I'm in this terrible chair again. I don't know if I can get through the show with this chair.
Jump
You
off.
gotta keep them swiveling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just too tall. I don't know how I keep getting in this chair. All right, so yeah, we did a bunch of open houses this weekend. I think we had 10 open houses. Had tons of people come through. Century 21 Right Realty was everywhere, and we're going to do it again this weekend. So we'll put a video up about all the places we're going to be at towards the end of the week, and lots of coverage. Had agents all over town. I guarantee nobody had any more open houses than we did this first weekend. It's fantastic.
It went well.
We got a broker open house coming up April the 4th for 11:30 to 1:30. Loretta Sharp is going to be at 6320 Paper Bark. And we'd love for you to come out, even if you're not a broker, come out and see Loretta, see that house, 2017 build in a new neighborhood, really close to 840, really close to veterans, and really close to grocery shopping. So we got a lot of people, a lot of places, and we still love to show you houses or list your house or help you move up. So we're here to help. That sound good, Brad?
That's right. Sounds good.
Awesome. Did you watch any basketball over the weekend?
I saw some highlights. Yeah, saw a lot of tears being shed. A lot of brackets got destroyed.
So I got a question. If you're a UT fan, you're sitting here today, and this is not to cause controversy or say that Rick Barnes isn't a good coach. If you had the choice in Rick Barnes and Bruce Pearl, who do you take?
I don't know. I mean, Bruce Pearl's a good coach. I mean, I don't know. That'd be a tough call.
See, I like Rick Barnes as a coach also. He's a good Christian man. He treats his players right. I'm still a guy that I don't think I would have ever fired Bruce Pearl. I would have dealt
Right.
with the
They should've let
NCAA
him
consequences and just let him work his way out and kept him and never got rid of him.
Yeah.
So I'm a Bruce Pearl fan. I hope Auburn wins out and Bruce gets a championship. I mean, the guy's paid little or nothing. Auburn took a run at him even when he was still at the end of his NCAA trouble. They deserve the victories that they're getting.
Oh yeah, he's a great coach.
And
He really
now
is.
he's also put out 3 straight NCAA Blue Bloods. I mean, he's got Kentucky, North Carolina, and Kansas back-to-back games.
and that's impressive.
That's impressive.
For an Auburn,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a
And so
necessarily a basketball school.
he may even get another Blue Blood because he's going to probably have to play Michigan State
Yeah.
in the championship game. So he's got good things going on, and I'm glad Duke finally lost. I mean,
So I was pulling for Duke.
they had 2. Well, you're a North Carolina
Right.
guy, so I think you're obligated. So once North Carolina State, Wake Forest, and Duke are out, I don't know what North Carolina people. They just kind of they just kind of wander.
Yeah. There's no football to look forward to.
Yeah, they don't have any football, so they just wander around, wondering when it's basketball season again.
Right. Analyzing the excuses to talk about through the whole
Yeah.
off season,
Right. So that's where Duke's at. Duke's out of the tournament. They had 2 straight just nail biter wins that came down to last second shots, and they kind of got their own dose to get put out of the Elite Eight.
Right.
So that's good. So War Eagle, go Auburn, get Bruce a championship.
There you go.
All right, what are your thoughts on LeBron James being sat for the rest of the season after they get eliminated for the playoffs?
LeBron who?
Yeah, who?
I don't know. I mean, it's people love to hate him or they love to love him, but I don't know. It's just it's almost turning silly, with him bouncing teams and the team this year did not go even what I thought. I thought Lakers were gonna be back on top and all that. So I don't know what to think. I could kind of see them sitting him, but people again, I go back to the fans that are paying the salaries, that are keeping the doors open.
This was a
They
volunteer.
come to see him play. That's
Michael Jordan would have never sat voluntarily.
flu scored what 65
Yeah,
points,
56 or
Yeah,
something like that with the flu.
Yeah,
LeBron wouldn't have even went out and played that game. So the the LeBron haters have a right to be upset
Yeah.
with LeBron James over this team.
Right. Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's it's a slap in the face. It's one thing if he's truly injured, but just to.
But my
sit-
understanding is he could play the rest of the season,
Right.
and they're voluntarily. I mean, there are very few injuries that would make him have to sit out the next until next season.
Right, and you know that too. Like,
Yeah.
You don't just. I mean, it's an injury. It's not just something that pops up.
Right. So, who knows? I hope the guy's not hurt. I mean, he is a good talent, but I hope he's not hurt.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about cherry blossom trees.
Cherry blossom trees.
First
And
question
ESPN
I have for everybody is, did anybody even know there were 26 cherry blossom trees down Riverfront Park and First Avenue?
Nope.
No, I didn't.
All right, that's question one. Question two is, the people that did know, did they realize that the city of Nashville had already said that 5 to 6 of those trees needed taken down because of illness before any of this ever happened?
Did not know.
Number 3, did anybody realize that the initial contract with the NFL for the NFL draft identified that these 26 trees needed to be removed in exchange for $10,000 and the NFL planting over 200 trees to take their place?
Right.
No.
So that's the kicker right there. It's going to end up in better shape than it was.
Right, and in better
in the
shape than it
beginning.
was.
Yeah.
So now you take into those 3 things into account, and you go back to this was normal social media outrage
Yeah.
about people that didn't even know what they were outraged about.
Just want to be mad.
Just want to be mad to be mad.
Yeah.
And then you look at the flip side, they've now forced the city of Nashville to say, hey, we're going to dig these trees up, we're going to move them somewhere else, and we're going to replant them. Guess what happens to trees once they've bloomed and you try to replant
Yeah,
them?
it's not good.
They're going to all die.
Yeah. Chances are, anyway.
Chances are. So the social media outrage has actually blew out of proportion for multitudes of reasons.
Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised, no. For one time, just once, can the social media people just go, can we please have all the facts before we get outraged?
Well, that takes all the fun out of it, You can't get on there and roast people and take your anger on something else out on
Yeah,
this,
because you end up just looking like a moron anyway.
Right.
Oh, we're really upset. They're going to tear down the trees. Now they're going to tear down the trees and they're going to die anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Usually, a city's not going to do something like that. There's always more to the story.
Right.
It's very rare. They do some stuff that seems wrong or that's arguable, but usually there's more to it, and they make it right.
Yeah.
It's a plan. It's so.
Well, I had read
Half-cocked.
somebody responded to the social media post when I actually bullet pointed the facts on social media, and somebody responded, "Well, the FAA would pay $10,000 as an insult," and I'm going,
right.
"Well, first of all, the NFL is not a government entity.
Yeah.
The government just acts like they have endless amounts of money, and they don't act like they have any brains at all.
Right.
And on the flip side, they wouldn't have responded with 10 times the amount of trees planted somewhere else to make up for it."
Mm-hmm.
This makes no sense about why they were outraged. And then the kicker is, I've been here my entire life. You've been here for 20-something years. How long have you been here, China? Nashville area?
I'm not gonna tell you how many years.
Okay, not okay.
Since I was 7.
Heather, how many years have you been in the Nashville
Way
area?
back in the 1900s.
Nashville since 2007, Tennessee 98.
All right, so 20 years. How many people in this room realize that Nashville had a cherry blossom festival?
Me only because of Facebook.
Recently or before?
Recently.
I didn't know
Okay.
Nashville did. I have heard of that, but I thought it was in.
No, that's what some of this outrage is about, because these trees are being cut down right about the time the Cherry Blossom Festival is. I've been here for almost 38 years. I've never once heard of a Nashville Cherry Blossom Festival.
I don't
Never
know either.
once.
I did, only because of Facebook, like the event invites or whatever. But I still don't know what it's about.
Yeah. So, all right, we're going to lose these 26 cherry trees. That's going to be replaced with 200-something cherry trees, but let's just get upset to be upset.
have something to be upset about all the time. There has to be some kind of controversy all the time, or people aren't happy.
We're just having controversy to have controversy now. It's
Exactly.
ridiculous.
I know it.
All right, Special Olympics. They're Friday. We're going to be out there. We don't know what we're going to be doing yet, but if you're there and you're at the Special Olympics, stop by and say hello. We're going to be there doing
I
something.
believe there's still some volunteer spots open.
There's still some volunteer spots open. It's a really good thing to help out. So go out and help the Special Olympics.
MTSU is it at the soccer stadium on the corner of Greenland?
I believe that's right.
Yeah.
The soccer stadium, the track, all of that area.
Yeah.
So go out and help the Special Olympics. We'll be there. If you're there, say hello. And then if you're a real estate agent looking to move, looking to take your career to the next level, or if you've always had real estate dreams and aspirations, we're here to talk to you about that too. Let us tell you how our referral-based system works to take your to take your needs and your desires to make them amplify what your clients need and want. Well, I got a
What he said.
text coming through the text box. Oh, trees are people too. Maybe so. I don't know. They have feelings. If anybody starts going out there and chaining themselves to these cherry blossom trees,
It's gonna happen. You know, I've already thought about that.
just run them over
It
with the
is going
bulldozer.
to
Yeah.
happen.
Uh,
No, it's
But-
going to be a protest. They will be gathered with signs all
But-
around the trees.
But now they've got it to the point where now the trees are going to die because of their whacked out outrage over the trees being taken down. Now they're going to try to uproot them and move them, which is going to kill them anyway.
Yeah. That's a very delicate process to move a tree,
Yeah.
a mature tree.
Especially in springtime at bloom.
Right. We'll see.
All right, you got the news you can't believe today. Go ahead with it.
Florida, get it together, man. Goodwill.
Is
this
this
was in
like
January.
6 straight Florida stories?
I think we have infinite Florida
it was
stories.
snakes and then it was Florida.
But someone donated a grenade launcher to Goodwill.
Movie theater and fit in perfectly.
Yeah, that's true.
So, one more news you can't believe, and then we'll get out of here. So, guy in Texas goes out, his satellite's not working correctly. And he goes out and he goes, I'm going to go under my house. I'm going to figure out why the satellite's not working. Maybe a cable's come loose underneath the house. Crawls in, has got a flashlight. All he sees is rattlesnakes all up underneath his house.
Oh, more snakes.
145 rattlesnakes underneath his house. They were everywhere. I mean, I don't know how the guy didn't get bit. I mean, he literally,
Why is your music on?
it's almost the time to get out of here.
Yeah.
So, this guy crawls up underneath the house. He crawls immediately back out, calls an exterminator and says, look, my cable's not working. I can't watch March Madness. There's snakes everywhere. The people go underneath the house. They're hauling rattlesnakes out, like multitudes at a time. I mean, the rattlesnakes had taken up root at his house. This was a very similar story to the one we had a couple weeks ago where the rattlesnakes had taken over and been in the walls. This guy wasn't far from that.
Did it get a satellite reception back?
Yeah,
Okay.
once the snakes had like cooled around the coaxial.
Wow.
And so I guess
Getting warmth, maybe?
the warmth was stopping the flow of the cable signal. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're having a problem with your Comcast, your DirecTV or something, and you go underneath your house, you may have rattlesnakes wrapped around your
Call
coaxial.
Comcast and the critter guy.
Call
Yeah.
Comcast and the critter guy, because that's what could happen. The rattlesnakes want your TV. They're coming to get us. We've talked about it over multiple episodes. The snakes will burn down your house. That's it. Brad Fowler, Sean Wright, we're the BS Show, Century 21 Wright Realty. We want to help you get a house. We want to help you sell your house. 615-895-9710.